welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble, and this is your reading for the week of February the 12th through February the 18th. And this is a general reading, guys. So if you would like a personal reading, please go to my website, liveinthesolution.com. And listen, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I was reading all last week. I was very busy, and I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for allowing me to do what I love most, you know. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Now, happy Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day on the 14th. So even if you don't have a lover, love yourself, darling. Treat yourself to something. Feel luxurious. Love every part of you. Love the, you know, as Cromwell said, I want to be painted, warts and all. You know, love yourself, warts and all. We all have shadow sides, guys. We all have a shadow side. So accept yourself as you are and love yourself. I did put, of course, we have this new moon solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse on the 15th, so check out that video. I'll leave it connected to the end of this, and I also have a meditation video out, and the links will all be in the show more section below. That's a tongue twister. And what else? Oh yes, this is for your sun, moon and rising, and if you know your moon and rising, the links to those videos will be below also. So without further ado, let's go to your cards. Pisces, welcome to your reading. Your first card up is the Page of Cups. Listen, it's nearly all about cups. You're going to be so emotionally charged this week. So remember, be grounded. You've got the Page of Water, right? And the Page of Water, pages are often messengers, and this can mean invitations. This is about relationships. It's of all different kinds. So you can get invited to parties, you can get invited to networking events, but this is also asking you to pay attention to your dreams, because your psychic and intuitive abilities are being enhanced at this time. So pay attention to any dreams. You can get messages through dreams. Prayer is talking to God. Meditation is listening. So meditate to clear your mind so you can clearly hear these messages that that are being sent to you at this time. So pay attention. Now, what's interesting, look, you've got the Five of Water. And the Five of Water is about, when it comes up, it's asking you to kind of, okay, this is about looking at your glass half empty instead of half full. It's about focusing on what you can't have and what you don't have, right? And when this card comes in, it's saying, listen, you need to focus on what's in front of you and what's around you, and be grateful and be in gratitude for that. There's something that you can't have. This is telling you it's time to release it. You've got to release the fact that you can't have that and focus on what you can. Move forward. It's asking you to move forward, Pisces. Emotionally, this is like up and down and, you know, lamenting about going over in your head what you can't have and why you can't have it. And this is asking you to release that. And this is right under the Page of Cups, right? So think, you know, intuitively, you know that you need to release this. You do know that because your intuition and psychic abilities are definitely enhanced at this moment. Now, the next card that comes up is the Four of Cups. Another emotional, that's 3 emotional cards so far, right? The Four of Cups is you are not present, darling. You are not seeing the gifts, right? this boy is so like intent on looking, and like he's so not present that he's not seeing this beautiful like mermaid right there. He's not seeing her because he's so focused on, he's in his dreams, he's in a dream world. He's not in reality. So when this card comes up, for me, it's always about coming back to the present moment. Breathe deeply. Come back to the present moment and look around you. Look and see what you have. You're in your head and you're dreaming of whatever, but you're definitely not present. Listen, being in the present moment is enlightenment. This is all we have, is this moment. Who knows what can happen in the next second or two? We don't know. Clarifying that, right? Clarifying that is the Nine of Water. This is wishes coming true, dreams and wishes coming true. So come back into reality, because all your dreams and wishes are there, but you're not seeing them because you're off in your head, thinking about what you haven't got and what you can't have instead of what you actually do have, which is wonderful. Another emotional card. You can feel so much better. This is your potential for this week, Pisces. The way I read cards, it's not absolute and predictive. What it is, it's the energies that are coming in and how to navigate and what to do, right? So this is like, you're getting the message to definitely come out of your head. Now, the next two cards fell out for this position. You've got the Five of Cups again, which is the same as the Five of Water. Look, it's so funny. They're both mermaids in these two different decks. Crying over spilt milk, I always say this. Things that you can't have, that you're never going to get. Don't stay there, right? Because when you stay here, you're feeling this pain. This is the Three of Swords. Whatever you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on what you can't have, that's pain. You're keeping yourself in pain. Pisces, I feel you. This pain is not good. We've all had this pain. But you're being told that you need to come out of this pain. It's about releasing it. And look, we're coming up to this eclipse in Aquarius, which is about going forward, right? But it's near the South Node, so it's about letting go too. Let go of this. It's not working. And I always say pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. You're kind of in the suffering, right? When you're here, you're in suffering. You want to let go of this pain, darling. Look what's clarifying it. When you let go, when you start looking around at what you do have and start being grateful for that, take these invitations that come to you. And also really focus on your dreams, that you know that you have to let this go. It's not, you can't have it, darling. I'm sorry. This is rejection. It's not for you. And you're robbing yourself, right? By hanging on to this. Let it go. There's something much better and much bigger out there for you. You can't. You're hanging, this is always, look, we're over here. We're over here picking up the crumbs, and there's a great big piece of cake over there, and we're missing it because we're focused on little crumbs. Trying to pick up those crumbs that have been left behind by the big cake that's just gone. Cake's gone, darling. Those crumbs are not going to satisfy you. It's just going to remind you of what you can't have and how hungry you are for cake. So, darling, release it. Release this pain. It's okay. We've all been there. And you can release it. And guess what will happen when you release it? Ah! The Ten of Water, darling. This is beautiful. Look, the happy Buddha is so happy. You will be so happy when you leave this behind. Something much better is coming in for you. And in fact, if you could see into the future, you wouldn't even you'd be like, oh, thank God that's gone so I can get this. Right? Get rid of this. Let it go. Drop it like a hot potato. Release it. You know, listen, I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but when you focus, you see this card saying when you focus on the present moment, you're going to see the gifts because you're going to miss this. You miss the big piece of cake. Look, he's had a great big piece of cake in his tummy. You're going to miss that piece of cake because look, it's right next to you, but you're not focused. You're not focused. You're too in, you know, you're too here. Darling, release it. Honestly, you're robbing yourself of this wonderful, happy, contented situation, person, happiness, whatever this is for you. Look. Pisces, release the pain, darling. I know it's hard, but you know what? When you come into the present moment, sometimes you have to bring yourself into the present. You practice. The more you practice bringing yourself into the present moment, focus on what you do have, being grateful, being gratitude for what you do have, that pain will slowly just go. It'll go. Before you know it, you won't feel it. It'll be a little sting every now and again, but you won't even, it's not like that deep, you know, pain where you dove into it. Because, you know, I know that you feel that pain, Pisces. I know. You're a water sign. I know you feel it. But everything is going to be great for you. Don't worry. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. I love and I appreciate you all. Mwah! I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.